Hi guys, it's Aubrey with Moxie Mind and Body Pilates Studio in downtown Pittsburgh. Today I'm going to show you a nice little exercise for the neck and the shoulders. I'm big on neck and shoulder things, especially this time of year. It's starting to get cold. I don't know about you guys around the world, but here in Pittsburgh, we went from summertime, Friday, 70 degrees, to snow literally the next day. So our bodies have not had time to adjust to this frigidness outside. So we tend to do a lot of closing off, being cold, curling up. When all of this up here starts to close off and get tight, that's the time when sickness and colds, flu, everything starts to creep in because this starts getting closed off. We're not breathing as deeply, we're not open. So this is a great quick little sequence to be able to do to keep your neck and shoulders feeling open, keep you breathing. And I also encourage you when you walk out into the cold to try to embrace the cold and stand wide and be proud and strong, and it actually will warm you up by doing that more than trying to curl into yourself. And sometimes the thought of being cold makes us colder itself. So anyway, so I have a long pole here. It's just literally a long pole. You can pick one up at your hardware store. You could use a broom or an old broom and just hack the end of the broom off. And we're just gonna start with some shoulder rolls. We use the pole to actually help us see, and if you can do this in front of a mirror, it's helpful. You can see actually what wants to happen, where your unevenness is. So you can do this standing, you could do this seated, it depends. But when we're standing, it's going to be the most challenging because there's a lot of room for things to go all over the place and things to go wrong. But we do the best we can. So we stand with a nice wide stance. Feel our center strong. Our weight is over the center of our feet. I hold the pole shoulder width, and important that my knuckles are facing down and I have all fingers on the pole. I'm not death gripping it. And we just take simple shoulder rolls. I want you to think of the tips of your shoulder blades, not these shoulders. We think of the caps a lot. I want you to think of the shoulder blades. So the tip in the back is going to come forward. The tip lifts up, the tips draw back, and they try to go down. And that's tips, T-I-P-S. Forward, up, back, and lower. Forward, up, back, and together. And you're really trying to feel those shoulder blades glide around on your rib cage back there, and that we're not doing the movement from our elbows and our hands, but rather from the shoulders. And then go the other way, back, up, forward, together, back, up, forward, together. Oh, this feels so good. And then the pole just stays right along me. Ah, that feels better already. Now I'm gonna hold the pole really as wide as possible, that all of my fingers are still on here. Knuckles pointing down. The pinkies have to be part of the party. Everybody always forgets about the poor little pinky. Pinkies are to the party, all right? They're pointing down. I'm holding it wide. It almost feels as though I'm pulling the pole apart, not from my hands, but from my shoulder blades moving east and west away from my spine. And think like you're standing in a bubble and you're gonna reach down across the bubble, across the top part of the bubble, across the top of the bubble, and then I only go back and around to where I can still feel that width. So if you stop here, you stop here. If you stop here, you stop here. The goal is not necessarily to go all the way down and back. I mean, it'd be great to get there one day, but the goal is to open our chest, open the shoulder blades away from the spine without cheating into other places of our body. Things that can go wrong, our head wants to go forward, our ribs want to pop out, but we're gonna stand like we have a pole running straight down from the crown of our head through our spine, and keep it even. Now when you're doing this in front of the mirror, you'll be able to see where the middle of the pole is. It should stay on the center line of your body. Sometimes my left shoulder is a little bit wonky, so you might see it want to get pulled over that way a little bit, or something funky go on. There, I just got an adjustment in my neck. But yeah, just maybe 5 of those or so, maybe 8 if you're feeling really good. And just from that, I feel freer in my neck and my shoulders. And this is nice and open. So I love simple things. Keep it in your practice and have a happy winter.